So here I am at the Greenwood Cemetery here in Slidell, Louisiana. It's also known as the Old Town Cemetery. And it was said that the co-founder of Chevrolet, Arthur Chevrolet, committed suicide here in Slidell. I'm not sure if he's buried here or not, but they said that his grave is unmarked. He took his own life here in Slidell, Louisiana. You can see, typical of Louisiana-style graves is that a lot of these graves are above ground. And so you can see a couple of them over here that are above ground. For example, Mabel Brown Grant passed away November 12, 1928. And I assume her husband, James Douglas Grant, died April 19th, 1921. You can also see over here more above ground graves, typical of Louisiana. We have one right here. Little, William Harvey, passed away in 1920. So you have graves here dating back to the 19th century. Beulah Scoggin Houts passed away in 1938. And I would assume we have a family here, maybe the wife, Lila, or Leela, passed away in 1931. So you see a lot of graves here of people buried above ground. See over there, people buried above ground there. And of course over here. Now look at this one here. This is a pretty old grave here. You can see it's somewhat caving in a little bit. Check that out. You can actually see inside. It's kind of creepy. Joyce Whitfield, she died in 1923, and that grave's caving in. Not even sure if you can see remains in there or not. So this is, again, very typical of cemeteries here in Louisiana, especially in New Orleans. New Orleans, they have some creepy cemeteries out there. And people end up going there at night. Law enforcement really does not do anything. A lot of ghost hunters, a lot of investigators, they go in there and they do some investigation. Now this is, well, a little creepy because I'm looking at this cemetery thing here, Panks. And as you can see right there, well, that's my name, August. And so, well, August passed away in 1992. That's kind of creepy, but that's part of life. Everybody must go. No one lives forever. And it's a really peaceful cemetery. And I'd like to come here at night, but again, you know, coming here at night, and that would mean you're trespassing, you could be arrested, and that's something that we don't need. But they have said that this cemetery does come alive at night with reports of lights in the cemetery. Well, could that mean people coming in here with flashlights, ghost hunting? You can see more above ground tombs here, graves. You know, it could be anything. Could be something paranormal or not paranormal. So, you know, so far the ghost tube has not spouted off any words. So I'm going to see if I I don't like to use the word provoke because that's not what we're in this business to do. We're not here to provoke anything. But if there is someone here, can you communicate with me? Give me a name, or let me know that you're here. This is a fresh grave right here. Looks like Catherine. This is a fresh grave here. Is there anybody who would like to communicate with me today? So there are definitely graves here that are old. These seem to be more modern graves here. I want to make sure I have my volume up on here so I don't miss any words if anything comes up. You know, when you're down here in the South and, you know, you want to try to take advantage, you know, of things when you're out here. We've already visited some places. We've already, you know, did some investigations and did some word communications like we're trying to do right now. And it's a pretty warm one today here in Slidell. Have a line over here, and you can see that this grave is pretty much almost overgrown. And then you just barely see this person's name here, Steel Burgets. This guy here, well, his name is Guy A, but that's all I can see. And so far, our communication through the ghost tube has been silent. Really no communication here. And I'm gonna see if I can walk through down this path right here. So you can see that's a pretty old, it's flat. I hope that just may have, I'm not sure if that's an actual flat stone or maybe just caved in. Trying to keep myself more in the shade. It is really hot out here. Very hot. Also need to watch out for copperheads. They're pretty much everywhere out here. I'm really hoping I can get at least one word before I leave. Some sort of communication from the ghost tube here. And right now, I'm really not getting anything. Not getting anything at all. Now this right here, see how old this stone is here. Brace. And this is a mom and a beloved wife here. Actually, the mother and actually it's just the mother buried here. And she died in 1954. It's interesting that you have 4 bricks up there. So she died some time ago.
Stroke.
What? Stroke. Wait a minute. This is the first word we got today, folks. Are you trying to tell me that Louise Ann Doobie died of a stroke? That's pretty. A portal. Whoa. You know, it's crazy. Now the words are coming through. It's crazy that every time I go into these cemeteries, I always get that word portal. Are you telling me that I'm near a portal here in this cemetery? Did Louise Ann Doobie die of a stroke? Well, that's pretty interesting. All right. Well, that was That was one for the ages right there. Let's see if we can find another grave here. Am I near that portal? So we have a Thomas H. Carpenter who died in 1915. And this seems to be the whole Carpenter family buried in this area here. Can you tell me anything about Thomas Carpenter? Anything at all about the Carpenter family buried here? You know, people ask, you know, why do ghost hunters do this at cemeteries if they're not investigating a house or a business? Well, they call this crypt kicking. Crypt kicking. You're not kicking tombstones or nothing like that over, but you're pretty much going to a cemetery and you're not, you know, people say, well, you're trying to make contact with the dead, so you're necromancing. It's not really, I'm not here necromancing. I'm not trying to, you know, I'm asking information about the death of a person. I am not actually trying to talk to that person. So that was pretty interesting what we got over there. Looks like someone left a plate here. I'm not sure why that would be there. Well, I did say that once I got a couple of words that I was going to leave, and I want to do that. But if I can, and I'm not trying to get greedy here, but if I can maybe try to get one more communication, then I'm definitely out of here. It's hot out here. Let me try this one right here. This grave here that you can see, it's pretty much caving in. We're just here. Joyce Whitfield. She died in 1923. What can you tell me about Joyce Whitfield? What can you tell me about Joyce Whitfield? Seems like her grave is pretty dilapidated, caving in. So what can you tell me about Joyce? Can you tell me anything about her at all? How she died? Can you tell me anything about her at all? Any information you would like to give me about Joyce? Well, okay, I guess that's pretty much it for the words. Nothing else is coming out. Can you tell me anything about Joyce Whitfield? All right, well, I guess that's that then. So I'm going to make my way back to the car. You still have time to tell me about Joyce as I'm walking to the car. What happened to her? Tell me something else. I'm almost at the car there. Well, I know this is kind of creepy because my name's on the stone, but August Panks. He died in 1992. So can you tell me how August died? Can you give me any information on August? How did he pass away? What happened to him? What happened to his wife, Alice? Well, I guess it doesn't want to talk anymore. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to sign out then from the Greenwood Cemetery here in Slidell, Louisiana, also called the Old Town Cemetery. Would have been great to know where Arthur Chevrolet, the co-founder of Chevrolet, is buried somewhere around here. He committed suicide. But he is in an unmarked grave, so I'm not going to attempt to even try to look that up. So, all right, I'm going to keep this on until I get to the car and then close it out. Pretty, well, a couple interesting words that came out. So, at least I got some communication. Louise Doobie, and it said that she died of a stroke. All right, well, we're going to be signing off here from Slidell, Louisiana. And hopefully I'll catch you on our next paranormal adventures. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Talk to you soon.